Right now, your immune system is getting weaker because you got this mask on your face. You can't breathe in air. You're breathing in carbon dioxide. Okay, your mind is made up to a certain degree of a 15-year-old. All right, because the school system that we have, the food system, all right, the food that we eat, everything that we eat, everything that we drink, you compare it to other countries, it's like, damn, like, why we gotta live like this? I'll give an example. There's a meme here that says what? We live in a world that's made up of fake people, which Instagram, you got all these people who post different things and that's not even who they are. All right, it's all cap. You got fake food, all right, all chemicals, GMOs. You got fake medicine, which is all addictive. That's why people get on all these pills and they can't get off of it. You got a 20-year-old who depends on pills for them to have bowel movements, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the fake food that they eat. You know, so you taking fake medication to treat your body from the fake food that you eating, man. You know what I'm saying? You got fake weather with the whole chemtrails. You got fake news. You got fake history. All right, they telling us that we're black, but meanwhile we're Israelites. All right, they telling themselves that they're white, meanwhile they're Edomites. All right, they saying that the Most High is white. All this extra shit, that's all fake. Fake pandemics, all this stuff that's happening is all fake, man. All right, they got fake revolutions, fake spirituality. All right, and then you wonder why people hate the truth. Okay, because there's a saying that says the more wicked a society becomes, the more they're gonna hate the truth, man. The more the truth is hated. All right, because why? You're gonna point out how wicked they are, man. People don't want to turn away from their wickedness. All right, but I'm gonna get this precept for the elder real quick. This is a book of Psalm chapter 56, verse 4. It says, "In the Most High I'll praise His word. In the Most High I have put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me."
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, you want me to read that?
Read it.
Yeah. There's a book of Psalm chapter 56, verse 4. It says, "In the Most High I will praise His word. In the Most High I will put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me." Yeah, I will not put
Right.
my...
So look, we won't fear what the flesh can do unto us, because what we put our trust in the Lord. You know. And one more, bro. 2 Timothy 1:7. For Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Now, that trembling fear, like now when the Yahweh Shah return, you're gonna automatically get that. But we Yahweh Shah brothers and friends, Yahweh Shah not like yo, tremble when you like shake to death when you see me. You know what I'm saying? Fear with the Lord is respect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like fear and respect is like, yo, that dude is feared. You know what I mean? Meaning what? He's respected. You know what I'm saying? Say you got a bully in the neighborhood that don't play no games. Like, yo, don't joke with him. He'll punch you in the mouth. Right. So you be like, yo, that dude is feared. Do that mean it's everybody in the neighborhood like this? Yo, someone says like Debo coming? Nah, it was just like Craig had fear of Debo, but Craig wasn't scared of Debo. Craig fought him. So he wasn't scared of him, but he had respect for Debo. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the word in fear towards with the Most High. Because too much of that negative fear, you can have a nervous breakdown. You could collapse. That's why when the angels came before certain men and they got scared like that, they had to tell them, and they passed out, they had to get them up and calm them down because that put a negative vibration on them. You know what I'm saying? So we won with Yahweh Shah. The elect men is one. So we not going to, I mean, naturally you would, because, you know, he's righteous coming in your presence and we in these wicked ass flesh. But naturally, like, you're not supposed, oh shit, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's fair in the sense of respect. You know what I'm saying? And when you respect the Lord, you'll what? Keep His commandments. You will seek out wisdom. You will seek out understanding. Esau sell you the fear of, oh my God, where my kids? Yeah, I'm gonna feed them. They gonna be crying. They gonna go hungry. What I'm gonna do? And you just panic and you make haste in a time of trouble. So that's the two different elements of fear, or how the Lord used it in a respect sense. And Esau used it as a nervous breakdown, panicky type thing.
What I'm gonna say is like Howard, he's like our ultimate life coach, a fitness trainer that they'll coach you into refining the fear in a sense and sharpening your strength as far as being courageous and brave. Because at these times, these last days and times, like the brother said, people panic and be out of fear, and us men of the Lord, hopefully we the elect, we practice in handling the fear, dealing with it. And you gave it two different meanings of fear. Fear everything and run, and the other one.
Fuck everything and run.
fuck everything and run.
Face everything and rise.
Face everything and rise. And that's like a lesson to be learned as far as men of the Lord is concerned. And the Lord just be hitting us with scripts too. I got one to help build us and conquer that first fear and deal with face everything and rise. And this is Psalms 91:7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. And that's the faith that we have, that we're going to see people in these streets laid out, and we're going to see the hardest motherfuckers on the block in fear and tremble.
Look at the Corona thing.
Yeah.
Thousands of deaths was around us, and none of us got touched.
That's right.
I was doing Uber through the whole shit.
Wasn't scared at all.
Picking up motherfuckers and everything. They coughing in my shit and all that, you know? But I just had faith in the Lord that it ain't, I ain't get sick now. I ain't catch not one fever or nothing. And even all the brothers I know, they was good. They was well taken care of. But according to the system, they statistics, it was hundreds and tens of thousands of people that died from this so-called virus or whatever they got out there, the radiation, whatever they got out there that's killing people. But it didn't come nowhere near us. You know what I mean? It didn't touch us at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's all through what? Faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
That's a huge indication of how he's going to hold us through in the times that we're coming in. Because this was nothing. We ain't, brothers were still living their lives. We used to go out with no mask on, unless you went to a store and then they'd be like, yo, you have to have a mask before you get in here. You know, all that dumb shit. But the Lord showed us that, look, in these times, we can. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, it says, and the Lord, and this is going into the faith that we have in the Most High, faith and fear in the Most High. Okay, it says what? Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, meaning the angel, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's talking about the elect men of the Lord, man. Because you go through, Jerusalem is a people before a place. Okay, so you go throughout the whole entire world, there's abominations that's happening because they follow after the vibrations, number one, of Esau Edom, who's ruling this world, and number two, of America. All right, because a lot of people want to be like America, man, because they see that America is looked at as a cool thing. How? Going back to the 60s, the movies and everything, they were influencing people's thoughts and people's mindsets. Okay, and now you got the whole influencing thing. So people really look at America as the way to be, the way to live, how to be like America. You know what I mean? Verse 5, it says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So that's, in a way, that's going to be, the Lord is going to do that through his, through putting the spirit on these mercenaries when they come out here to kill people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been said that they go around having marks on people's houses. If you have a red X in front of your house, you're red listed, you're going to get shot in the head and that's it. You know, they got the yellow, they got the blue, whatever it might be. You know, but they have everything set up, and that's all the doings of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because there's going to be a lot of mass killings. All right, and that's Esau coming out and telling you, because in his way, prophesying the end as well. Okay, continuing verse 6, it says, slay, meaning kill, utterly, meaning don't forgive, don't come out here and try to, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't, no questions asked, no answers given, you coming out, you dead. All right, it says what? Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. All right, women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, meaning the mark of exemption, okay, from judgment.
Kawa,
right? Kawa.
Right. Hey, in this society, they promote it and make it seem as though it's the opposite.
Right.
If a mercenary came, he'd leave the woman,
right? Because
she's a woman. You know, oh, don't touch her. She's defenseless. In the scriptures, it's reversed. The man is precious.
Right.
You know, today woman worship is so much that they think the woman is so delicate that you just got to bow down to her. Do you know how sinister and conniving these women can be?
Oh, yeah.
You know, in the scriptures is the men.
Right. Women are more wicked than men in today's society.
Yeah,
you know,
they got more murders. You think out of all the gang shit, out of all the drug dealing, the women lead in murders through abortions alone. Now, I ain't even talking about getting niggas set up. Women got more murders under their killing their own seed than niggas got from the handgun.
It's like you're under the cloud. That big cloud on the left side, under it. It'll flash. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's just flashing.
You know. Yeah. So he leading STDs. You know, because when you think about fungus and bacteria, they love dark, wet, warm places. And what's that? A woman's vagina. So they more prone to STDs than we are. I mean, they got more murders than we do. You know, they lie and shit more than we do. A woman will lie just for the hell of it. You know, just to be lying.
Yeah.
What was that saying? The lady, the dude, he caught his woman cheating, and then she said when she was under the heat, she talking about not everything that isn't true is a lie.
Right. Yeah.
You like what?
Yeah. She said not everything that isn't true is a lie. And he looked at her like, are you hearing yourself right now? What the hell are you saying? You know, because they're delusional. They believe their own shit. Like, they believe that what they're saying is true. They have their own truth.
And no accountability.
None so whatsoever.
And that's why Eve can never grow and mature. Because in order for you to grow and mature, you have to see your flaws. And when you see your flaws and you correct them flaws, you're able to enhance to the next level.
Right.
See, a woman don't take on responsibility and they don't take on accountability. Even if they cheating, it was your fault. You know what I'm saying? If they raise a single mother, raise a son that turned out to be a Tupac, it's your fault because his father wasn't there. But if he turned out to be Kevin Durant, it's because she was a great mother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's they don't learn to take on accountability. And when you don't hold yourself accountable for anything, you're not able to see your flaws. And if you're not able to see your flaws, in your eyes, you have no flaws. You're perfect. So if you kind of don't have no flaws and you're not able to amount or see your flaws, you're not able to fix yourself and make the proper repairs. That's why a woman don't mature, you know, past the age 12. They get ass and tits and all of that, but they stay in that same childlike frame of mind because they never could live up to accountability.
Hey, it's a spirit. Yo, you can keep going as I find this.
Okay, man.
Okay. Now you can pull your precept.
Oh,
You had a
okay.
precept prior to
Yeah.
that?
Because we was going into Ezekiel 9 and 4. All right, and this is Revelation chapter 7, verse 2. It says, no, verse 3, not verse 2. It says, I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt, that's how you know the judgment that's coming is going to be divine. It says, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. So that's a precept for what the brother read in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. Because it tells you that the protection is going to be with the men of the Lord, and those that are with them are gonna gain that hedge, all right, by being with the men of the Lord. Just like a woman will be saved in childbearing.
Right, and that goes into the times that we're coming in, man. You see a lot of women, and the vibration is changing where a lot of women who are in our past lives, you know, they walked all over us or whatever it might be, you know, before we got into this truth, they acted like they were the shit, you know what I'm saying? And once you get into this truth and you get built up, you have a purpose to live. You know what I'm saying? There's a purpose to what you're doing. So now they don't become a thing for you no more. And guess what? They see all the hell that's coming because lo and behold, we did tell them that these things were gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, they said, nah, I don't want to deal with this no more. I'm out. I'm going to go find some bum nigga who's going to tell me things I want to hear. Right? But now they see these things coming and the bum niggas that they're with are the ones asking them, yo, you don't see what's happening? What we going to do? And they don't want to hear that weak shit. So they're coming back to the men who told them, like, yo, this is what's going to happen, man. You know, you got exes, you know, ex-girlfriends, whatever it might be. Start hitting brothers up like, hey, all this extra shit, man. You know?
Shit happened to me.
Yeah.
Because Eve go with the protection. So if this society is up and what we saying not coming to pass, they gonna have fun. Right. And as this place fall and what we saying is coming more to light, they gonna try to come back to us.
Yep.
You know, women they're like leeches. They go with who's the power. So as Esau's in power, they gonna roll with Esau. But as Esau lose power and we coming in power, they gonna jump to us.
Right. Yeah, because when you first come into this truth, the Lord is breaking you down before he builds you up. And nobody wants to live in a house that's being broken down and renovated and stuff like that. They don't want to be there for the renovation process. They want to come in after the new couches there and the new fridge and everything. And that's after the Lord starts building you up anew and afresh, where you have now the combination of the spirit and the outward appearance.
Yeah, you tell a chick that I'm working on myself now. You know, like I'm going to school. I'm working on my business. It's not doing but so great, but it's coming along. She be like, look, man, I see you at the finish line. She not really, I mean, a good woman would, but most of them really not trying to sit with you through all of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, well, what if this shit never come to pass? What if this don't happen? What if that don't happen? You know, I'll wait at the finish line till when you get there, then I'll deal with you. You know? And that's, you can't get mad. That's the,
Nature.
That's just female nature. See, people get mad because they expect women to be like men. You know what I'm saying? They expect a woman to, they view them as one of their homeboys. Like, yo, why you ain't keep it real with me? And they get really upset. Like, yo, she's not a dude, she's a woman. She go off of a whole different frequency. She's wired, she's totally engineered different from us. And once you understand her nature, and not just understand it and accept it, you won't get mad that they fickle or capricious. You know what I'm saying? You just be like, yo, that's, you know, she flopped on me, she flaked on me, she stood me up, she did this. Oh, I don't know. It's just female nature. And it needs, it takes a man to anchor a woman. Because Eve is like a boat on an ocean, or a canoe boat on a lake. If you do not drop the anchors on that canoe boat, that shit gonna blow all over the lake. But when you drop the anchors on that boat could shift and drift a little bit, but the anchors is down. It's gonna keep it in one spot, but it's gonna move. You know, and that's what men have to learn about Eve. They get so mad. Like, a woman is not made to behave. She is made to find a man that would teach her how to behave. You know, because Eve is not just going to go out in the world. If you see these women, if you let them loose, what the Lord say, leave not a wicked woman liberty to guide abroad. You know what I'm saying? Because if you, hey, they tell you, I could do bad all by myself. Well, guess what? Without a man, a righteous man, that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to eat yourself to 400 pounds. You're going to wear open-toe sandals in the cold. You're going to wear these skimpy-ass dresses in the cold, catch the pneumonia and die. You're going to go out to these clubs late night, probably get kidnapped, killed, and raped. So, hey, you exactly right. I could do bad all by myself, because because the Lord didn't create you to be by yourself. And he stripped the gift of discernment from you and gave it to the man, because that's something we have to use to lead. So he didn't bless her with those leadership qualities. So when they say, yeah, I can do bad all by myself without a righteous man, that's exactly what they do. See, a man provides protection, but a man doesn't provide protection just like to fight off an intruder or an attacking animal. He provides protection to save them from their own minds, to save them from their own nature, to save them for their own fucked up decisions. The man protects them from themselves. You know, so Eve is like a ficus tree, a wild ficus tree that blossoms and blooms. But look, if you don't come and clip the branches, what that tree would do, the leaves of it will get on your roof. And what do leaves hold? Leaves hold water. So as leaves soak on your roof, get on your roof, it's more water on them leaves. And them leaves go into your roof and it destroys your house. So as a man, because if you look up the word husband, husband means planter, one who plants. And Eve comes from the word kawah, which means farm. So a husband plants. When a woman say this man is my husband, she's saying this is the man that's planting his rod or his seed in my field. So with Eve is a tree. It's funny, it's a tree right here. Eve is a tree. And if you don't clip her branches, because a planter, you have to cultivate. If you don't come and clip that tree, a tree is a beautiful thing. But if you don't clip that tree's branches, it's going to break them. The branch is going to grow wild. It's going to bust your windows. You know what I mean? It's going to damage your roof. If the roots is too close to the house, the roots could rip up your foundation. And you could do a lot with that tree. You could make Mickey Mouse figures out of it. You could have summertime picnic in front of my mother's crib. She got a cherry blossom tree. it blossomed. Cherries, trees are very beautiful, but it's up to the man to come to clip them branches back in shape, because if not, she would destroy your home just like a wicked woman. That's why if a woman don't respect you to the degree where you able to control her and control some of the things you do, it's just best to get rid of her, because she would destroy your house like a tree that's with its branches not clipped or cultivated. You as the man, you as the husband, you as the planter must cultivate your garden, your woman, so she can remain beautiful and humble.
Right. If I may, right now we standing under this tree, and this tree is called the Weeping Willow Tree. And us, the men of the Lord, we out here, we sign crowd to wake y'all up and tell y'all about the secrets that the Lord bestowed onto us. We know about the women, all right? And some of you sisters, y'all might be out there watching this too. And at the end of the day, when we talk about, when we describe what the characteristics of a woman is, it's not the woman bash. We out here to tell y'all something that maybe you might be a sister who can understand, and you could have a better relationship with your man. You understand? That's it.
Hey, the Lord said he had deprived them of wisdom.
I appreciate
Right.
it. Yeah.
You can get it, bro.
This is Job, Job chapter 39, verse 17. It says, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
Right, and it's not the woman bash, it's just how a woman must understand how she's designed. And once she understands how she's designed, she would know that she needs a man to order to her to be led. Because only women deny men now because they got guns to substitute. But if society completely broke down, a woman wouldn't be able to provide for herself. They are not providers. So the Lord said he have deprived them of wisdom. So in order to now, is that to say a woman don't have enough wisdom to not go by that rattlesnake before she get bit and die, or to cross the street, when to cross, when to stop, when to go? No, she had wisdom for that. Let's not be simple-minded. What the Lord is saying here, he have taken the spirit of discernment from him. You know what I'm saying? Especially when danger comes, when the threatening force comes, or something frightening comes, they lose it. They don't know what to do. So they lose the spirit of making decisions. Why? Because a decision maker is only given to a leader. And if the Lord not trying to form a broken family from the jump, why would he give a man the spirit of discernment and give a woman the spirit of discernment? You giving a woman the characteristics of a leader. Now, I mean, a man has the spirit of discernment, a man in his proper element. And why do you think women make some of the worst drivers or the worst parallel parkers? Because even in order to drive, you need what? Discernment. You got to make judgments. You got a big-ass Suburban. You can't bend that corner like you in a Honda. Now, I mean, you got to make certain turns. You got to make certain judgments. You got to make certain executive decisions when you behind the wheel. You know what I'm saying? And some of the worst accident, and why you think in Saudi Arabia they don't let their women drive? For one, you don't let them gather abroad like that, and for two, driving is a heavy, deep responsibility. And if you don't got proper judgment behind the wheel, you could actually kill everybody in the car. You know? And could you read that one more time?
This is Job chapter 39, verse 17. Because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
Neither have he imparted into her understanding. Meaning women are not intellectually curious. And like I said, this is not a personal attack. This is how you design. Because why would the Lord have you need us for if it's not qualities in us that you don't have?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if this brother's the owner of a company, but I have as much money as him, I'm going to talk shit to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. AR Ab told Baby, I don't want to sign to you. Why? Because with the money Baby offered AR Ab already had it. He was like, he could have signed the $100 mansions, me and Baby talking. I could have signed the deal, but I had more than what he offered. So when that was actually a rap line, but that actually happened with that particular rapper. He had, because he was in the streets and all of that. But he had more than what he offered, so he was like, yo, I don't need you. You know what I'm saying? So why would the Lord desire man, the leader, provider, protector, woman, the nurturer, the caregiver, to have the same qualities in each other? Obviously, if I'm the leader, I'm your leader, I gotta have things naturally installed in me that's not installed in you, to when you look at me, you will look at me like, yo, I need to depend on this man. I need this in this man. But the devil had lied to these women and told them that you have the same characteristics naturally inside of you that a man has. You could do what he do. You could do everything he do. And it big these women heads up, and now they cause what? They own demise. But when it said neither had he imparted into the understanding, meaning what? Eve is not intellectually curious. Meaning a woman will study sciences and school things because society forces her to do it. She don't, outside of college, high school, and collegiate studies, Eve is not trying to study how an engine works. She's not how this tree get here. A woman will see a tree and be like, oh, this is a beautiful tree, and take a picture with it. She don't really want to know what kind of tree it is, how it grows, what's the mechanical makeup of the tree. She could care less about that. That's why a lot of times when you talk deep scriptures with your woman, after a while it sounds like blah, 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 blah. And she can't hold them deep conversations like that because she's not engineered like that to be on that type of level. You know, that's why the apostles always say, look, feed them basic scriptures if anything. Or don't be going teaching your woman the scriptures. If anything, teaching her womanly traits, how to cook, how to do this, how to do that. Cooking different dishes will take a lifetime. Becoming an expert cook, cleaning. You a nurturer. You should know about herbs and medicines to feed the family, to keep us in shape, to keep, because everything I eat is coming from your hands. So you should know how to crush up some fish oil and throw it in. Baby, drink this, or crush it up in my food to where I don't notice it when I'm eating all this good nutrients and I'm growing healthy and strong. Why? Because all the food come out of your hands. What goes into our bodies, you're responsible for that. So you need to know about all of these different herbs so you can be the best nurturer to your family. Don't worry about the Greek, the Hebrew, Revelations 20 and shit like that. They're gonna wax pride. Even when you see, cause women not naturally intellectually curious. They don't want to know how an engine works. They just want to ride in a Bentley. But they don't want to know how the engine works. What makes this car run? They just want to look good in it. You know? How society works and this and that. They don't care about that shit. And a lot of times when you find a woman that's into deep shit like that, they trying to prove to other bitches that they smarter than them, or they trying to compete with some type of man or this and that. My ex-girl got 2 degrees, very academically acquisitive person. I gotta put it like that, right? But if you look through her bookshelf, it's all bullshit books. The Coldest Winter Ever, Wifey, all bullshit story, romance, love-making books. She don't have not one book that's into the anatomy of this, the science of this, and this and that. But people will call her and say, oh, she's smart, this and that, this and that. Why? Because society forces them to be, to study this, to be a nurse, you know, so she know about the kidneys or this and that, because she's a nurse and society forced her to do that. But really in their own natural element, they not intellectually inquisitive. They don't seek out how things work. That's a brain buster to them. They're not interested in that. So that's why when you sit down with them and you try to go deep and run all of this on them, even if she might play with it, she don't really want to hear all that shit, you know? Not shit, but she's not gravitated to it. Salaki, if I was long-winded.
No, that's good. Hey, that's edification. Hey, and that's why it says neither with the Lord part than with understanding. Because understanding is a attribute to a man. It goes into building. Okay, understanding is one of the biggest building blocks when you're building anything. The word understanding itself comes from when you build in a story building, because the scriptures tell you can't build any building higher than 3 floors. Okay, so when ancient times when the builders, when they used to, especially the masons and stuff, when they used to build the first floor and they had to go to the second floor, the second floor they had to put like wood in the wood before they lay the foundation. But what they would do is they go down to the first floor and then stand under the ceiling to make sure that the measurements and everything was right before they had to add on to the next step. So they had to understand the foundation, the level. So you're literally understanding to make sure that the first foundation is right before you could build onto the second one. So even in studying,
Edify comes from the word to build up.
To build up.
Be built up.
Exactly. So to understand something, to move on to the next level, you need to get the basics. You need to get the foundation, the fundamentals, and then you can add on to it and then build from there. But if you know something and you don't understand it, you can't gain wisdom. You understand? That's why the elder was teaching us some time ago. Well, you need to have knowledge and understanding
in order to use wisdom. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So understanding is literally the bridge between knowledge and wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? That's something that women don't have. You know what I'm saying? That's why they need the men, especially men of the Lord, because a lot of men today, they think like women. They're very effeminate. So they don't even have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Those 3 things are the main keys. That's why King Solomon asked for that. And once you have those 3 things, life becomes like a cycle. Everything becomes step by step, easier and easier and easier, man. You know what I'm saying?
There's no new thing under the sun. So if you understand how things worked in the past, you'll be able to breeze through how things work now.
Right.